Okay, back again with another Soto-Tek camera comparison. This time between the Pixel 7 Pro and the Pixel 6 Pro. Who's going to win this one? Well, let's get into it. Okay, 4K 30 frames per second on both, with speech enhancement on both. So 4K 30 frames per second, Pixel 7 Pro and Pixel 6 Pro. Pixel 6 Pro, 4K 30 frames per second on both Pixel 7 Pro and Pixel 6 Pro. Let me move forward and check the dynamic range, the audio, everything, the usual things. Let me turn this way. 4K 30 frames per second, Pixel 7 Pro and Pixel 6 Pro. Okay, 1080p 60 frames per second on both. 1080p 60 frames per second, and you can now use a speech enhancement at 4K 60 frames per second in the case of the 7 Pro, and 1080p 60 frames per second on either phone. So I don't understand why, but this one without speech enhancement. 1080p 60 frames per second. Let me move forward. Pixel 7 Pro and Pixel 6 Pro. 1080p 60 frames per second, and you let me know what you think. And now let's finish with the 1080p at 30 frames per second as usual. Now a speech enhancement is on both of them. 1080p 30 frames per second, Pixel 7 Pro and Pixel 6 Pro. 1080p 30 frames per second. Let me keep panning around. I don't know, I might be wrong, but it looks like the Pixel 7 Pro has a slightly wider field of view. Or maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to see later. 1080p 30 frames per second, Pixel 7 Pro and Pixel 6 Pro. Okay, this was my camera comparison between these two phones. What do you think? I just want to highlight 3 things I think I should talk about. 1. I've noticed a weird bug when using the flash for the 2x and the 4x zoom on the Pixel 7 Pro. You can take the picture, but sometimes it doesn't appear in the gallery as you can see. It's not always the case. I think it's depending on the lighting conditions, which is weird. 2, and I will repeat this again. The 4x optical zoom on the Pixel 6 Pro during the day, it's fine, no complaints, but at night it's not great most of the times, even with the night mode on. There are other phones that do a better job with the 4x digital zoom, including the Pixel 6a and the 7 Pro. 3. The front-facing video recording on the Pixel 6 Pro during the day is also absolutely fine, but at night it also falls apart. At 1080p 60 frames per second, it is one of the worst ones I've seen. I'm happy to see an improvement on the Pixel 7 Pro in this regard. It is not perfect, but it is so much better. As for the daylight pictures and videos, I hardly notice any difference, to be honest. But what about you? Let me know your opinion. See you in the next one. Hasta la vista.